Coming from a family in Birmingham where all my grandparents were working class and I was one of the first to attend university, let alone Oxbridge, I was really worried about everyone being posh and middle class and that I'd have to change who I was. But through the system of college families where you're able to meet people in other years on your course, outreach projects, and through meeting people on social media before I came to Keble, I was really able to find out that my apprehensions about Oxford and Keble were all wrong. It's a really diverse community where you'll meet loads of people, different races, social classes, and people from other countries as well.
Concerns about the workload are a really common worry when coming to Oxford, but it shouldn't impinge on your social life. If you are organised, then you find ways to balance the two.
You can always work with other people, so Tilly has 9 people on English and I have 3 other biomeds. You also get to know the people in your household and there's loads of freshers events, so it's like that community feel.
Despite the perception that Cambridge is slightly better than Oxford for sciences and Oxford for social sciences, there's no real significant difference. The thing you should be thinking about at sciences for Oxford or Cambridge is how you're going to be taught.
At Oxford, the different subjects are taught as separate degrees, with the option for a disciplinary or joint subject, such as maths or computer science.
In Cambridge, there is an option to study natural sciences, which is kind of like triple science, where you learn a wide variety, but without any real major specialism.
Neither approach is better, it depends on what you prefer. I personally prefer the structure of Oxford because it lets me specialise in what I want from the get-go.
Getting into Oxford isn't about connections or background. Honestly, it's not what you know or who you know, but more like how you know it and how you express the knowledge that you do have. And that's what the tutors are interested in, the way that you think and the way that you bring the knowledge that you've kind of developed. In our English tutorials, it's more like talking about the ways that we approach the text rather than just a pop quiz of who's read the most books or seen the most productions of Hamlet.
I think the one thing I can guarantee is that everyone is going to feel that everyone else is smarter than them. I think we all have that sort of imposter syndrome. I think the main thing to take away is not to put too much expectations on yourself. I feel like people feel like they need to come and be polished and perfect, and you really just don't need to be that, because if you're perfect, then why are you coming to Oxford to do a degree? Start masters or something, you know what I mean?
Before coming to Oxford, I'd heard rumours about students who work 14-hour days and pull regular all-nighters, so I was really worried I wouldn't have any time to be social, but I've been pleased to discover that's not the case. Everyone here is so friendly and the college system is really helpful in terms of finding your own social group and meeting new friends. Keble also regularly holds events, particularly on special occasions like Christmas, which makes it really nice to have a break from your degree and relax. I'd say the complete opposite. There are loads of clubs and societies. There are loads of social events that are hosted both in and out of college that you can get involved in. These involve both drinking and non-drinking events too. Basically, Oxford is an amazing city full of beautiful architecture, pubs, clubs, libraries, anything you could ask for. It's really fun and an exciting place to be.
I think you definitely spend a lot more time studying at Oxford than other universities, but personally I still find time to do activities. Once or twice a week I'll be able to go out in the evening, and I also find time to fit football into my schedule. I think the main takeaway is that you learn how to manage your time very effectively, and that's a very useful skill for later in life.
Coming from a northern state school, I was obviously a little bit worried about applying to Oxford alongside people who have been privately educated. My experience with the application process and speaking to so many others here as well has just proven that the tutors just want someone who is just really passionate about their subject with the academic intellect to support that, regardless of whether they came from state or private school. And my experience being at Keble and the wide array of people that I've met have just served to prove this. I also don't want to deny the fact that there are educational and socioeconomic barriers that deter people, like myself included, from applying to Oxford. However, both Keble and the wider university work really hard to support students from wide participation backgrounds through things like funds, bursaries and scholarships.
Although the Oxford terms are short and intense, with good time management you can definitely make time to connect with friends and family from home, whether that's through FaceTime or visits. Another important aspect of Oxford is the long holidays in between the terms. You only spend 24 weeks a year at Oxford for the rest of the time you're at home, which gives you plenty of time to catch up with friends and family.
So your GCSEs are an important part of the application. However, there are many other factors that determine your application. So your predicted A-levels, performance in admissions tests, interview, and any other work you need to submit are also important. And the tutors will look at all of these holistically. So your GCSE is not the only part of your application that they will consider. In terms of grades, they're looked at contextually. So there is no set benchmark for what you need to achieve, and you certainly don't need to get all nines.
Oxford welcomes students from across the globe, from all different parts of the world, and one of its #1 priorities is making sure it attracts people from all different backgrounds. They also have lots of societies that promote diversity, such as ACS, the South Asian Society, or the Oxford Latinos Project.